Previously on Roll Britannia, our host has been murdered. I am Brigadier General Norman Query.
They call him the Butcher of Shark Bay.
Sir Albert Hall, who says, right then, chaps, will you have a drink with me?
I'll pour him a large drink, and I'd like to use sleight of hand and drop one of the truth serums into it.
It's funny you mentioned the Butcher of Shark Bay. Needlessly sacrificing your men when a simple plan would have solved the problem, especially when that plan was presented to him on no less than 13 occasions.
So why would he do something so costly?
He likes a glorious battle at sea. Standing in the corner, an iron figure. It is 12 feet tall, with some writing on it.
I'm going to call you Trevor.
Jeff?
Yeah?
It's looking at you.
What Keth has seen, I was in a room with Lady Hansworth and Bercule Fish. Then the door swung open for no reason.
I'm legging it to the game.
There's a lot of strange phone calls.
Jeff, I think you fucked this royally.
Then Derek ran in, all dusty and really pissed off with Jeff.
Malrus, have you got to dispel magic?
Then they were grappling,
If this is going to be a fight, you're going to roll initiative.
and there was a punch to the face.
So you smack him as hard as you can, right in the ear roll,
Then Jeff appeared,
and he pops into existence.
and then Malrus turned him blind.
I'm going to blind you.
Kev's just looking left and right at all of this. I'm going to pull out my pistol and just and shoot a hole in the ceiling.
Ever since you got magic, you've become insufferable. You're better than this, Jeff.
All caught up? Good. Let's get back to the action.
Right, so now that we've all successfully kicked the shit out of me, can I just hang on 1 second? I just need to take this fishbowl off my head.
There we go. That's better. Right, I'm just going to go off and sulk him for a bit.
At this point, can I poke my
Okay.
head back round the door and go, Keth, there's a metal man downstairs.
Well, actually, you wouldn't say that.
Wouldn't I?
Because
No.
he's not downstairs anymore.
Because he's here.
Oh dear.
You wouldn't say that because when you went into the office, you weren't greeted by a well-made staircase leading down to a sort of interview room. You were greeted to a for want of a better word,
A hole in the
cave-in.
wall.
A cave-in?
A cave-in?
Yes,
Oh.
there is just stone and rubble and dust in a massive pile behind this hidden door.
Is it empty or just sort of full? Like,
It's a massive pile of stone.
No, but
Malrus.
can I-
don't know
can
how
I-
else to describe this massive pile of stone.
did he get
to you.
through? Is what I'm getting at, or is he still on the other side?
Right. It's a massive pile of stone.
That's all you can see.
Yeah.
You can't
Right.
see a metal
You know,
man.
Imagine a giant pile of stone. Right.
Yes.
Yeah? That's what you can see.
Okay.
Just filling this doorway. Big pile of rock and stone.
Then I'm just going to turn
There's some
around.
pebbles too and dust and
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to leave the room.
As he
Okay,
comes
you do
back
that.
out into the corridor, I'll go, so you met Trevor then, did you?
No, there's a cave in. It's just a pile of stone in the wall.
That sounds like him. That'll probably be him. Keth? Where's Keth?
He's not there or anything.
Where's-
I can just see stone.
I'm gonna. He's still chasing Jeff, isn't he?
Yeah.
This really has been the episode of Bully Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, he had an episode of Bully Malrus.
He did, to be fair. I don't think Malrus took any damage for the bully.
No, he
No,
did.
but
He
I
did.
only blinded
Two
him.
potato damage.
He did.
2 potato damage, yeah?
Oh, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah, actually, Malrus, you still have 2 potato damage, don't you? Oh no,
Yes.
you've slept since then.
I've slept since then, but
Oh yeah, that's true.
I feel like we're suitably even now wherever Jeff is.
We're lads.
amazing.
We have a fight, and everything's settled, right? Malrus, if you could be so kind and unblind Jeff.
It'll wear off in a minute. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
fair enough then.
Yeah, it's just like sleep.
Doesn't it last an hour?
No, sleep and blindness only last a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll have Bercule and Lady Handsworth Wood waking up, and then I'll get my sight back.
Shall we all go back in the room and act like we're all just sort of sitting there waiting for them
I
when
think
they
you'll
wake
get your
up?
sight back first.
Yeah,
won't
I
you?
think
'Cause
you'll get your sight back first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shall we?
About 6 seconds beforehand.
Shall we, Malrus?
Yeah, let's go
Alright.
back in the room.
We'll just go back in the room, sit down like nothing happened.
I mean, Jeff's there with a bit of blood pouring down the side of his face where you smacked him one.
Malrus,
There's a
give him
hole.
some.
There's a hole in the ceiling.
A little pile of
Smoke,
plaster
yeah.
dust in the middle of the room.
I'll just quickly sweep that under the table.
Got blood all over my knuckles and the side of my
There's
mouth.
sort
I'm
of
covered in dust.
gunpowder smoke just hanging in the air.
Yeah. Just the eggy smell of cordite.
Do you want to give him some healing or something, or not bother?
Okay.
Danger.
What?
Where's,
Call me
where's Trevor?
Derek. Look what, Keth. Look at what the fuck has just happened, right?
No,
I think
I was
the
looking
names
forward
are
to
out.
calling you Dick Ranger, to be honest.
Then call me that. I just don't give a fuck anymore.
Where's Trevor?
You have been healed, Jeff. For
Who's
4
Trevor?
hit points.
4 hit points.
Didn't he take 15?
Yep.
I'm sorry, that's the best I can do. It's 2d4.
It's not a problem. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow.
Keth.
Okay.
Trevor is a iron, I don't know, statue man who hates lying. So he chased after Jeff. I got stuck
For
in
no reason.
because Jeff was invisible, obviously, as he always bloody is.
That's
Jeff,
unusual for
Handy.
you to be lying and hiding. Anyway,
It's handy.
go on.
so he chased after him. I got stuck in the room with this chap who turned out to be quite
I bet
nice.
you didn't. Yeah, I bet you didn't, Derek. Yeah, I bet you were like wandering in there, trying to have a chat with the guy or something, trying to befriend him.
Sorry.
Before you beat
Sorry,
up your
Jeff.
other mates.
Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, Mr. Goody Two Shoes.
I didn't realise
making all the
anybody
new
was
friends with
talking
bad
to
guys.
you. Get yourself cleaned up, mate.
Well,
Your
I would
shirt's
like to
covered
do
in
that,
blood,
then.
Jeff.
As
I'm
soon
not
as I
gonna
can
call you
see,
Lord
Are you going for a
anymore.
shower?
yeah, as soon as I can see, I'm going to go for a shower. I'm going to leave the room.
Okay, yeah, do that.
So
Please take another charge from
He's
your,
gonna shit
your
on my
soap.
bed or something, isn't he?
We'll get to that. Please take one more charge from your soap and get your benefits back and clean
Well, I'm
yourself
not
up.
actually going to. I'm not going to use my soap
with you.
because
Oh, you're not using the soap.
no. Well, every time I've used my soap so far, I've not had to do anything to do with the soap's powers, so it just feels like it's going to be a bit of a waste. So yeah, I'm not going to use soap. Just going to have a shower.
Okay, no soap for you.
me.
Are we? No, us three are in the room,
Yes,
and Jeff's gone for a shower.
he has. And Bercule and Lady Handsworth Wood have just come around, and Bercule says, "Oh, Marie, what happened? I was there. There was a fight, and then I am here. What happened?"
Jeff put you to
And-
sleep with his magic.
Oh, merde. Ah.
Not a lie, it's what happened.
That is very peculiar.
No, I don't know why you'd do such a thing. To
I
be
would
honest.
ask that he does not do that again. I find that very offensive.
I totally
It
agree.
is against my religion.
Oh, to be asleep.
To be magically
you must
asleep.
be bloody exhausted.
One must not sleep without once before preparing the sleep for your mustache.
Oh,
You know,
right.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard this. There's moisturizing. Well, there's shampooing. Then there's blow drying. Then there's moisturizing, and then there's a second round of blow drying, and then you have to actually set it into it's almost like a mustache brace. It's amazing. I've seen these.
Oui, it's very complicated.
Do you have
a
to
little
wear a-
oil
like a-
and a little tiny little comb.
Thank God you
And I
don't
wear a
work in a
little
kitchen,
sort of-
mate. Oh, you'd have to put bloody,
I wear
hairnet
a-
around it.
That is how you sleep. You see, you put the mustache in a tiny mustache hairnet that goes around the ears
Oh.
and just over the mustache like this.
Oh.
It's very
Nice.
It's, unusual.
Well,
yes,
if you're a
you may say.
good boy,
It's
I know
totally
what I'll
worth
get you
it
for
though
last
because it
night.
looks tremendous.
Oh, merci beaucoup. Très bien.
It's worth the effort. Anyway, sorry, we got distracted. By
Lady
your-
Handsworth Wood is also sitting up, going, "Oh, my goodness, I must have fainted again."
Your moustache is all crooked, madam. Let me just get it for you.
Oh, this is truly the most insane.
Mr. Fish, do you have a comb at all to hand? She's all askew. She's an old lady. They have moustaches.
True, I had a teacher that had a moustache.
Well, he was male, but
Yes, but his name was Mr. Peters.
Oh.
That's not making
I
it
tell
in.
you, what happened?
There was an old lady called Mr. Peters.
It's taught business studies.
And there was a moustache. Okay, so they've just come to, and we've just spoken about his moustache, and it's all good.
And I'll just fill
And-
Keth in on Keth and Malrus in on everything that's gone downstairs. So I go, if we could find a way to clear that rubble, and get Jeff to come down and tell this statue man that I've called Trevor. It might not be his name, but I've just needed to refer to him somehow. He's like a big iron sort of giant type thing. But anyway, if you could clear that rubble, get Jeff to come down and tell him he's sorry. I'd quite like an apology as well. I'll gladly give Jeff an apology. We'll shake hands and say no more about it. Then we can carry on discovering who's killed this colonel or whatever the fuck we were doing here in the first place.
It does take the menace away when you call him Trevor. I mean, it's like
He's
when
nice.
Kylo Ren took his mask off.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just a dude with long
He's
hair.
just a
Oh,
man.
okay, fine.
No, Trevor doesn't have any hair. It's made of metal, mate.
Is it dreadlocks
Okay.
or cornrows or like a side? Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
Didn't stop to look. But he could be useful for our investigation because he hates people lying and he can always tell. He can always
He sounds
tell.
like-
At that moment,
Take the wheel, James.
me,
Because we're crashed.
a figure appears at the door
Is he made of
to this
metal?
games room. No, he is dressed in a military garb. Fuck me. Disgusting hair. Jeez. An old-looking figure dressed in a military garb with a slight hunch appears in the doorway, and he says, "What's going on here, then? I heard a mighty kerfuffle."
kerfuffle.
Oh, Lady Handsworth Wood, are you okay? I hate to see a lady in distress. What have you people been doing to her?
Brigadier. Step on in. We were just talking about you.
No one gives me orders.
Treat it as a request, then, sir. Would you like to step in and have something to drink?
Well, you have brandy.
Plenty. Have a seat.
No, I don't think so, actually. I think the bloke is... yeah.
Plenty.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Have a
Okay,
seat.
yep.
Get in the room.
Maybe for one brandy. Lady Handsworth Wood, I recommend you retire to your chambers and recover yourself. Perhaps Mr. Fish here could show you the way.
I'm so sorry. I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Oh. Right, we got a show to do. Yes, sorry, yes, Mr. Quirey. Lady Handsworth, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience.
General Query, I work for so many years to be called Mr. by such as you.
Norman, sit down, mate. Not in a very good mood today.
General Enquiry.
We're currently doing one at the moment. Maybe you can help us.
Very witty.
Thank you.
Bercule Fish is helping Lady Handsworth Wood back out of the room, and you presume off to her chambers or to the drawing room or something to recline and recover herself.
Oh, I want to call. Jeff's in his room, isn't he? I kind of
You don't know.
No, I don't
He's
know.
just
He just
gone.
disappeared from the room, didn't he?
He stormed out.
He did. Okay, I'm going to call on the Stone and Force speech. Force speech? Fast speech. Jeff! Jeff, are you there?
There's no response.
Oh, you prick. I wanted to get him to, like, silently follow him and see what those two are up to.
Well,
Perhaps that might change
I don't
his
take my
response.
Stone of Fast Speech into the shower with me.
Put him on, watch videos. Fine, okay, scrap that idea. Damn.
Malrus, can you turn invisible?
No.
Or just be stealthy?
I can be
There was
stealthy.
talk of a brandy.
Sorry, sir, let me get that for you. We talking a civilian measure or a military measure?
General measure.
Rolled
I
a
like
19
what you
stealth. I'm
did.
going to follow them.
A general I'm drunk. A generous measure, how about that?
Sounds acceptable.
Excellent. Slop, slop, slop. Here we go.
Malrus, you said you rolled a 19 stealth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. What are you doing with your stealth?
I'm going to follow the other two as they leave.
Okay. What would you like to play out first?
I think we should see what those two are up to with Malrus the... Malrus the sneak, Malrus the stealth, Malrus the solid snake.
Yep. I'd like to see what happens with them. And also I'd like to find out what Jeff's doing.
Okay, so you're following Bercule and Lady Handsworth Wood.
Yes.
Okay. Bercule actually leads Lady Handsworth Wood just across the corridor into a lounge that overlooks a courtyard. I mean, it would, on any ordinary day, it would be a rather pleasant view. There's some trees in there and a fountain. On a day like today, however, with a torrential rain and stormy skies, with rolls of thunder rolling in the overhead, it's less of a idyllic view and more of a just not an indoor view. And he seats her on one of the very comfy looking sofas that are in there, and he fetches her a large measure of gin.
I'm going to wait at the door to this lounge and see what happens. See if I can perceive.
Oh, I mean, yes. Roll
Hear anything.
Perception to see if you can overhear anything, I guess.
Roll a 20.
It's a 14.
With a 14, you overhear Bercule and Lady Handsworth Wood discussing how terrible the weather is and how terrible it is that her brother has died. And you hear them discussing what the future for the house might be. And she tells him that if she takes ownership of it, she will be, of course, removing the Lady Foz. And the artist, of course, would have to go. And she'd be converting at least half of the grounds to make space for her guinea pig farming. Well, not farming, but guinea pig sort of
for their meat.
Farming's the wrong word. She
Milking the guinea
she sort of
pigs.
rescues and rears guinea pigs.
Oh, she rears guinea pigs.
Oh,
She should do rabbit. Oh god.
oh God. Yeah,
Skim over
she
that.
tells Bercule that she has over 184 guinea pigs.
Does she know if she
And-
shaves them, they look like hippos? Tiny, tiny hippos.
From very far away.
She doesn't know that, but if you told her, she would know that.
I might just do that.
Now I want to
Okay.
get some and make like a weird watering hole. And
Like a tiny zoo.
a tiny
Guinea pigs are
savannah.
not fans of water, I don't think. Like, I don't think it changes their wants in life, just shaving them.
You don't know that.
No, they might want a jumper, to be fair.
As soon as a guinea pig becomes a skinhead, it's like, I'm in the water. I need the water.
Sovereigns.
So are you going to
Ah,
break
we'll
stealth
cut-
just
we'll
to
cut
tell her
that.
that?
We'll cut
just
that,
to tell her that.
No. What I might do, though, is just sort of sneak into the room to see if I can hear anything else. If there's anything else for me to hear.
I've just told you what you can hear.
Is that it? I'm not getting.
That's
any
the
more
conversation they're
than that.
having.
I'm just going to walk off then and go back to the room because that's
Okay.
just boring.
To be fair, though, do you fill us in on the conversation as you go back to the room, Malrus?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I will.
Excellent.
Apart from Jeff, because I don't know where he is.
No, he's
Jeff, you don't know what's happening.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he's
So
away.
back in the room with the general. He's standing by the fire, brandy in one hand, giving it the old swirling it around and inhaling the bouquet. He says, yeah, this is fine brandy. Would anyone like to play bridge?
A good rubber. That sounds excellent. I mean, we need some more players, to be honest.
I don't know how to play bridge. I know strip poker and blackjack, but just like the weapon variety. Mr. General Quiery.
Brigadier General.
Yes.
Brigadier General.
Yes.
So a junior general then, really.
Brigadier General is a senior role, young man.
Oh, is it? Oh, so forgive me. I must. So who do you take your orders from then if you're at the top of the food chain?
The Empress and the Field Marshal.
And he couldn't make it to the do, could he?
The Field Marshal is in Neverwinter.
Right, but I assume, because I mean, if I wanted some high-ranking military at my house, I'd invite the field marshal. I don't think I'd bother with brigadier generals or the lower ranks.
I don't have to stand here and take this from you.
Actually, you do, mate. Just move.
Really? Tell me why.
Move to the door and just stand there, because my friend has some questions for you. Isn't that right?
See, no one knows who
Does
you
he?
mean, Derek, because no one classes themselves as your friend because you're just mean to them all.
Sorry, I just turned my Stoner fast
I
speech to
haven't-
mute.
I haven't heard any questions.
Well, that's because I believe he's collecting his thoughts.
I suspect it takes quite a while. Slow as they are.
It's not very nice of you.
Brigadier General, what does this mean to you now that the Colonel is dead?
But I shan't be having dessert tomorrow. I will be gone from this place as soon as the storm passes.
You don't seem too upset
Foul.
at his demise.
If you've been in battle as many years as I have, you learn not to take death to heart.
It's one thing to see scores of men slaughtered on a battlefield or, in a bay, perhaps, but it's quite another for it to rear its ugly head within a home as lovely as this.
Is it lovely? Feels meager to me.
But yet unmarked by the stench of death?
I don't know where you heard that.
Interesting that you...
This place has had more death than many a battlefield.
But not a battlefield involving yourself. Surely.
I don't know what you're
The
implying.
Butcher of Shark Bay.
That was an incident that was not my fault.
And why is that?
How was I to know they would be heavily defended at their hardest to penetrate point? No fool would defend their most heavily defended place that well. Only a fool would attack
But you
them.
weren't... So it was your idea then? You were trying to double bluff them, were you?
I wasn't double bluffing anyone. I was attacking where I saw fit.
Costing the lives of several people. Were there not
More
any
than
Many fools.
Were there not any alternative
They were
plans?
weak. None that I was.
I've seen the Empire Army in action. I was there when they took Neverwinter. I was there when...
A military man.
I'm not, no. Just a civilian. We tend to get caught up in your messes.
There's another word for a civilian when I know. It's called rebel. You're not one of those villainous rebel scum.
Brigadier General, you can't just have rebels and soldiers. There are civilians who are caught up in the middle of all of this.
If you don't sign up, then you're against us.
That's a ridiculous theory.
What are you then, William? Are you a rebel or a soldier? I know which side of the fence I come under. He's just
I'm
told
the
me.
same. Well, it would seem that we are rebels then. aren't we?
I thought as much when I saw you. If I had my way, your kind would be put down.
What, just like you put the colonel down?
If we weren't soldiers, then we are the enemy. Everybody else. Is your wife a soldier or a rebel?
My wife?
Yes.
Who is my wife?
Are your sons, daughters, cousins, the shopkeeper, are they all rebels or are they soldiers?
I have no sons or daughters. Messy business. War is everything.
I see, that's quite clear. So it would seem, from what we've heard, that you seem to revel in the fact that victory for the most extravagant cost, to make a name. The Butcher of Shark Bay, that's quite a name. If you'd have just taken the correct option.
If only I had
saved
such
a
a
lot of your
threatening
men.
name. 12,
took
I think.
Option.
12 or 13, was it? Plans that were presented to you?
I was presented with no such plans. I was presented merely with my own plan.
I have it
I
on
took
good
it.
authority.
Can I
but,
roll
that's
an
not
insight check
true.
on that to see if he's lying?
You can, yes.
Ooh, that's a 17.
You know that this is not true, yet you can see that he believes that it is.
Right. Interesting. How do I write that down?
We have it on good authority that you were presented, plans were suggested, and you instead chose an option that killed, as I say, scores of people.
I don't know who told you that. Liars!
A reliable source. Many, actually. A few different ones.
I only know one reliable source other than me.
And who would that be?
The fine Lady Hansworth Wood has never told a lie in her life. Remarkable woman.
Really? Does it make you jealous to see her married to Sir Albert Hall?
At least he's a military man.
Yes, he is. Do you respect him?
I don't respect. I respect very few people.
Oh, like whom?
The Field Marshal. The Empress. That's it.
Oh, wow. You don't have a large social circle, do you? It must be quite a lonely life.
I'm invited to very many engagements.
That's not the same thing.
Brigadier General, who is the Field Marshal? I didn't catch his name.
Field Marshal Sun. Ali Sun.
Ali's son.
Hey, nice shout out. Oh yeah, they're famous for going into battle with
indeed.
I like
with the
it.
marigolds in their hands, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
Always went into battle.
Holding marigolds in marigolds.
Whilst eating marigolds.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, man. Favourite Instagram story recently.
Honestly, I was crying with laughter just at the bit with. Did he just put it on a cracker and call it a day? Just to put it on a
We
cracker.
We never realised that it just wasn't a thing outside of the UK.
No.
The more we know, knowledge is power.
Yes, it
Roll
is.
Britannia.
Brigadier General.
Yeah.
Another brandy?
Yes. Certainly. Same again.
No problem. Sir, would you mind if I called you Norman? What do you prefer to be addressed as? I don't want to upset a high-ranking individual such as yourself. I want to call you by the name you're most comfortable with.
I will accept a general query.
General Query it is. General Query, how would you rate a man such as Sir Albert Hall? Where does he stand?
He's a skag.
A skag?
So he wasn't a good soldier then?
He is not of the right lineage.
Ah. Came up from the ranks, did he?
Unfortunately so.
I was heard some of our best came up from the bottom to the top. Is that not the case in your opinion?
The best leaders are from the family of leaders. Everybody knows this.
That must have been quite annoying for you as a clearly a noble man such as yourself, a commander, a born leader. Must have been quite annoying for you to have to do business with him.
The only consolation is he never rose above captain.
I suppose so. I suppose so.
Earned a knighthood, though.
People make mistakes. Sometimes people end up on the wrong lists.
Sometimes people make mistakes and 80% of a force is wiped out in a single battle.
That was not a mistake. It was a tactical advantage.
To kill your entire stock of men.
Yes.
Why?
I don't have to explain military tactics to you.
Please do. I just want to learn from you, sir. What did you gain from that?
Everybody does.
What did you gain from that?
We gained a working knowledge of exactly how the enemy would attack and how their forces defended their lands. You may note that the very next time we attacked, we conquered them without so much as a catastrophic loss.
What would you call a catastrophic loss, sir?
Losing all of your men.
So how
It's a
in
numbers
that
game, really.
in the following engagement, just how many as percentage of your entire force did you lose to win?
Somewhere in the region of 90.
Wow.
But
Wow.
right, I
That's
see.
insane.
Terrible at his job.
So you lost 80% on the first and 90% on the second. Is that
So
correct?
if you'd have had a third, clean sweep, as they say.
The statistics are
Talking of numbers.
misleading.
Talking of numbers and how misleading, difficult to keep track of they could be. And what do you get paid as a general, as an officer?
I don't count the money. I leave that to the accountants with their beans.
But is it enough? Do you think?
Enough for what?
Officers
precisely.
Without officers' bills and the cost of your commission and your deductibles and all of this kind of stuff.
The mess dues are extraordinarily expensive.
I have enough money to achieve whatever I want.
That's what I'm asking. But that comes from your army pay or other investments.
I don't know. The money is there whenever I need it. Why are you so... You're such a...
Because I think you're a smuggler, sir. I think you know of
How
smugglers.
dare you?
I think... Well, I have
Of
it
course I
on
know
good
of smugglers.
authority. You say Albert Hall's a skag, sir. But he's not a smuggler.
Is.
Brigadier General, would you... It looks like your drink's running quite low. Would you like another one?
Yes.
I'd like to sleight of hand to Keth the expired truth serum. Pass it to Keth.
Okay, roll sleight of hand.
Oh yes, natural 18, so that's 21.
Okay.
The expired one is the only one I have left. So
Yeah, he passes it to you without the general noticing. He's continuing to stare into the fire.
And I am going... Well, Keth is going to crumble it into the drink.
Okay.
Nice. Great minds. Alexios. Very good.
nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I like.
Cool.
The tablet causes him to grow 6 arms and legs.
So you're giving the general an expired.
Truth serum.
If this is Viagra for old guys, I'm not interested.
I would like one of you to roll a D100, please.
Okay.
Keth, you gave it to him. You gave it to him.
I'll roll it.
Two of them.
Roll D100, please.
Then 10.
1 and a 0.
Well, it said this. Aponst.
Oh, right. That's your first one, though. Because that's
Yeah,
just a
roll the
D7.
next
Yeah,
one.
roll it again.
And then this one said
Sorry.
90.
So you got 19. You got a 1 and then a 9.
Yeah, so I would...
Oh,
I would
God.
treat it as
Does that
19,
show...
yeah.
Oh, it's there somewhere.
Yeah, so you got 19.
19.
Oh, that's so much better. I was going to say 10 would end badly.
Oh,
You grew shorter again.
So he takes a swig of this brandy with the slightly funky tablet in it. And can everyone that's in the room please roll a dexterity saving throw?
Oh,
Deary
my
me.
God.
Where's the D20?
That is
There
just
you
you
are.
two.
Okay.
I'm in the room next door, by the way.
Okay, it's fine.
13.
12.
Okay, you both fall over.
What?
Because the general has just spontaneously cast grease.
What the
Grease lightning goes. Oh, sorry.
And he stands there, not slipping over because he rolled a 19, sipping his brandy, going, "What the devil are you doing?"
What?
Oh, Keth! Ouch! Oh, I'm just trying to constantly get up but falling over.
What in the hell?
Yes, the room is extremely greasy now.
Forgive me. I did have some more. Oh no! I wrote this list of questions down, but it's now all smudged.
Okay.
Bring it here. Why are you not falling? Why are you not falling up? Just slithering around.
Gonna have to readjust tactics now. Fuck.
Keth is just gonna lie on his back like a starfish and stay still.
Oh fuck.
I've lost some of my decorum.
You're not gonna slip out of this one.
He goes, "I've had quite enough of this," and strolls out of the room.
Oh, God. Sir, before you go...
I don't think we're cut.
Before you go, why did you kill him?
He's gone.
You're just lying on your back on the floor.
Why did you bloody kill? Oh, God, come back here. He got away.
The truth might have been there a little bit. I thought the truth might slip out of him.
We're not.
Sorry.
We're not cut out to be on the side of the law, is what I'm realising.
Just a heads up, if you had rolled an actual 10, it would have cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell.
Magic what?
Magic missile.
Wow.
Magic missile? What would that do?
Hit you very hard.
Oh, crap. Are we talking like Fox News, Iraq, everything?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So Greece was quite a good option.
I would have taken Greece. Just slippity-dippity.
Now calm down, everybody. Pause for breath. Have a moment in one of my comfy armchairs. For now, you're in Dungeon Master's corner. And relax. For now. Don't get used to it though, because once we've finished with our cozy little chit-chat, I'll be booting you straight back out my office door and into the chaos. Firstly, all of us here at Roll Britannia hope that you're safe and well. There may be yet another lockdown going on, but fortunately for us, there are no lockdowns ever in the fantastical world of Dungeons and Dragons. Especially when it's the world that I created. Yeah. So, we hope that our daft piratical adventures are keeping you in good spirits and lifting your chins up. And, of course, thank you all for listening in every week, as our merry little podcast, A Pirate Ship, would have sunk a long time ago without you lovely lot keeping it afloat. We're heading towards the end of this particular arc, and the boys are getting pretty close to cracking the case. And I promise that all this digging about will all be worth it. Trust me. And the next arc, I promise there'll be swashbuckling galore. I mean, I say I promise. Knowing these guys, there could be a hostile takeover, a cake shop, and the implementation of a scorched earth pricing program to beat out the other patisseries in the area. Or maybe they'll just kill everything and flirt with the barmaid. I guess you'll have to wait and see. But before that, you've got one hell of a wild ride before the end of Death on Nemmonis Island. Now, it's shout-out time, and this week's goes to Chris Pearson, the elusive Mr. Pearson, who tweeted us a hilarious photo of some of his new Roll Britannia merchandise. Well, we think it's very professional of you, Chris, and that you should definitely be using more merch at your work in future. Yeah. Although, maybe don't start with anything in the Roll Britannia underwear range in your next business meeting. But, I don't know, maybe, who knows? Maybe you get a promotion. I don't know. Yeah, do it. Definitely do it. Don't. Maybe. Stand back, everyone. It's time for the random celebrity shout-out. And we were bowled over with Mouths agape with the news that Moira Stewart and Ant McPartlin have been saying great things about Roll Britannia. Just Ant, not Deck as well. You sure? It doesn't sound very believable. Oh, well, maybe they have said something about it. Maybe. No. But maybe. Now, you know us by now, and we love hearing from you. Who do you want to know more about? Who do you think done the murder? Have you got a great idea for the show? Do you want a pirate evening with Derek? I swear, Derek, I will outlaw all beards if you meddle with my script again. So, if you do want to get in touch, then fire up your internets and check us out on social media. We're absolutely everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. There may even be an old Bebo account somewhere. I don't know, maybe. So head down. Not only that, but you've still got to go and check out the Roll Britannia merch store. There's loads of stuff there, and it's got your name on it. Well, actually, they've got Keth, Jeff, Malrus's, and Derek's name on it. But you know what I mean. Anyway. Now, wherever you get your podcast from, while you're there, you can really help us out by giving Roll Britannia a lovely 5-star review. The world of D&D podcasts is a dark and cruel one. So, a kind word from you guys really helps more lovely people just like you discover our show. And, as always, don't leave it to chance. Bash that subscribe button, otherwise Malrus will boot you into the brig faster than you can say, have you actually got a spell for that? Well, that's enough from me for now, so get off your rears, grab your gear, and get that murder solved. Get out of here!
So you lay there on the floor for about a minute, and then all of a sudden the grease vanishes.
We didn't get really anything out of that, to be honest.
I still think he did it, though.
But why?
Because he's got enough money, right? That obviously he's wealthy anyway, but I believe, I mean, Sir Albert Hall, right? He's married to an honest woman who could never tell a lie in her life, is what this bloke said. But he was under truth serum. He told us all about this stuff. It didn't line up with that guy. I think that guy's involved in the smuggling when the colonel was going to talk to a reporter and expose the whole thing. He killed him in a fit of pique rage.
Do you know
Maybe
what
he didn't do it himself.
We should do?
Maybe it was one of the guards because the security system was down. What they said was
you
that
two just having this conversation, starfished on the floor in Greece.
Yeah. We gave up trying to stand up.
We're still there on that greasy floor, just chatting away. I think it was so-and-so that did the killing.
Yeah, and
like a pair of grease angels.
God. Oh,
just
trying to get.
Just flapping.
And then the security guard said that it didn't. When you kicked down that door, no alarm went off. So if somebody had access to that, to all of those security systems and disabled
I unlocked that
and
door.
It might have been a guard that killed him. Well, yeah, but with the bottom of your shoe.
Which is a known lockpick. Anyway.
Yeah. I don't begrudge you that. I'm just saying as a fact. And the guards were very unresponsive to their master being killed. So maybe one of them was involved.
I don't think it was the guards' fault. I think it was somebody who rigged that whole system because they would have come running.
Maybe. Hopefully they've got his body, though. We'll have to probably, sort that out, find that.
We need to manufacture a way to get Trevor in here. Just as a horrible menace in presence.
Well, he's stuck under a pile of rubble at the moment, but he's quite a strong lad, so I assume he will
terrify anybody if they start to lie.
I think he could be quite useful, to be honest. Yeah.
He sounds like the ultimate lie detector.
Well, he's does, but now
lie detector T1000.
Well, because of events, he's now under a pile of stone, so we probably need to sort that out as well.
Right.
Well, as far as also, we've got this doll to find as well that I think we might have forgotten about. So it's
You
gone
were sent here
very
for.
smoothly so far, I've got to say.
We need to
Remember
talk
last
to
time
Corina
when
Hatchet.
both of us got knocked out and Jeff was in a room full of fire? At least that hasn't happened. So we're
No.
sort of a step up.
Let's get
Okay,
Corinne in here.
Bercule Fish has appeared at the doorway and he says, mais oui, monsieur. Why are you on the floor?
It's really slippy. Be careful.
Yeah, that last guy was a slippery customer.
He steps into the room and he says, Monsieur, the ground is not slippery at all. It is perfectly safe. You're in a carpeted room. Maybe you should just stand up.
No, it's impossible. Oh.
Oh.
And Keth, we just stand up.
Oh.
Yeah, you do
I
that.
could have sworn.
We were just taking a break. It's how we do. It's how we.
It's how we relax where we
brainstorm.
come from.
We mind map this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is très unusual. Where is Monsieur Miracles avec Malrus?
Him and Jeff. Don't know.
I think they're showering together. I'm not sure.
I'm next door.
Monsieur,
Malrus, where are you? Jeff?
I'm in the room next door.
Oh.
I'm in his office.
You in his orifice?
we'll jump over to Malrus very quickly. Malrus, what's happening, man?
I'm just gonna root through all of the chap's drawers to see if I can find any weapons.
Yeah, okay.
Rooting through a gentleman's drawers.
I mean, roll investigation, I guess.
Dirty Malrus.
12.
Yeah, I mean, you find the dagger that Jeff stashed in there.
Excellent. I'm gonna secretly, stealthily pocket that and leave the room. 'Cause
Okay.
that's all I wanted.
Okay, fair enough. Jeff?
Yep.
What are you doing?
Oh, okay. Well, obviously, the last time we saw Jeff, he just regained his sight after having been severely battered by everyone and everything and all that sort of thing. So he's gone off to his room to get himself nice and showered. And whilst he was in the shower, he had a little bit of a think to himself and had a little bit of a cry. Why do I keep doing this? But he's regained his composure and he's decided that, no, he's thought about this. And whilst everyone's sort of said their piece, and he thought a lot about what Derek was saying to him, but he's decided that no, he doesn't agree with them, and he's going to be a bit of a stroppy teenager about it. And he's still quite annoyed at them all. Suppose he's got Keth, who's just stood there.
Okay.
And then you've got Malrus and Derek, who actually battered him. So I guess he's on a bit of a vengeance mission at the moment. So yeah, nice, clean, had a little break.
Okay, so what do you do?
Battering?
Well, I've just wondered, have I had, after my little break, have I regained any health points from just like chilling out in the bedroom and things?
You can take a short rest if you want to take a short rest.
Yeah, I think, can I have taken a short rest during the time that they've all been doing their thing and I'm just sort of getting showered? and
Okay, we haven't
relaxed
done one of
and
these in a
stuff?
while, so if you want to recover hit points through a short rest, you're going to have to roll your hit die.
I'm definitely going to need to recover some hit points. Wait, hit die. That's not the D20.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have 5 of them.
I have.
Because you are.
So
Because you're level
level
5, you'll have 5 of
So I
whatever.
roll 1d6 5 times.
Well, you don't have to roll it 5 times. You can just roll it until you're happy, but a maximum of 5.
Okay, fine. So 6, 7.
Don't forget, I did heal you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm aware, but Derek fucked me up. 6, 5.
I have to feel this is all entirely your fault, though.
How?
You angered an iron giant.
How
then
did
you
I
ran
anger
away
the giant? All I did was I was in the room.
Invisible.
because you were lying about your visibility, and he hated it. Yes,
It's a disguise, isn't it?
and he would not rest until he found the truth, which was your visible self. Then you ran away. Then you got in a
You could have
fight.
just started being visible, I suspect, and you could.
You brought it on yourself.
I don't
You
think-
got
no,
a
Derek
bit
pushed me in the room.
petulant about
Derek
it.
pushed me
No,
in the
I'm
room.
going to run away and fight, and then I'm going to go for a shower.
Yeah, Derek pushed me in the room and then
And
beat
I showed
me
you exactly how it worked.
Yes.
He did.
Yeah.
So do exactly how
really?
No, yeah, all I did was literally, I was like, he was turning on me, and if someone in that situation turned on you, a fucking 12-foot giant, you'd leg it too.
No, I would do exactly what I did. And be honest with him.
I was being
So
honest.
I'd
As far as Jess was concerned,
be
I hadn't
invisible.
lied. Like your demo, I was just invisible. So that wasn't a lie to me, it was just invisibility.
Which is a lie.
It's sort of like a lie of the eyes.
It's like, yes, you're
It's a
lying
disguise.
to poor
It is.
Trevor's.
And it does say disguises in the inscription.
That to me isn't a disguise. It's just invisible.
Which is the ultimate disguise.
It is
Yeah,
the
so it's
ultimate
like-
disguise. Your disguise does nothing.
Yeah, so if someone came into the room, if I came into the room and I was invisible, you wouldn't be like, oh, look, there's Chip in a disguise. You wouldn't say anything because I'm fucking invisible.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
you
but he
then
could
if
see
you
you.
told me, or if I could see
so
you,
you were
then
in
you-
disguise.
Yeah,
If you're
obviously.
walking into a room with the ultimate lie
I
detector
didn't know that.
and you're lying about your
Shut
your
you.
person
Shut
being
you.
I
there,
didn't know that.
I feel
Anyway.
that you're being petulant.
obtuse,
I
intentionally
feel that
obtuse.
there was no need
Yeah.
for Derek to stand there riling the guy up while he did all that and then to come upstairs and beat the shit out of me.
Because you annoyed the giant truth-seeking robot.
By leaving the
Could
room.
have just turned invisible, mate.
You could.
By running away and causing it to try and break down the fucking house.
You lost your interview.
At which
remember?
point we lost our interview
I
room.
didn't get a chance to do anything. Everyone else had their goes, and then you beat the shit out of me before I got a chance to do anything, like say, I'm going to turn visible.
Yeah, you rolled shit on your initiative.
Yeah. What?
It's your own fault.
Because you tried to fight me.
I tried to get past
Be
you.
better at
You said you were going to
D&D.
knock the shit out of me when Malrus turned me visible for doing nothing but walking away. All I did was walk away from you, and then you came in and went, Jeff's fucked this shit
that
up.
how you remember
All I did was
it?
walk off. All I
Is
did was
that
walk
how
off.
you remember?
Let's go to the tapes.
It's recorded. It's fucking
Yeah,
recorded.
I walked out. Yeah, go on then. I walked out. I walked into the room, and you said, Jeff's.
Right.
I'm going to beat the shit out of him.
This is what happened. Pushed you in the room. You're right. You bullied Malrus and this woman randomly before.
Yeah, and then
And
made him
then
invisible,
lit my
and that was
jacket
really
for no
useful.
reason.
Yeah, to give us light so we could see when we went to the dark, scary downstairs corridor that we
But
could
he
all see.
could see in the dark.
I can see in the dark.
Well, I couldn't.
Yes, so you lit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
lit
we
me.
could all see.
I could already see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You could have lit yourself. You do. We've discussed it before.
There you have.
Not in Jeff's memory.
Jeff Wood. So it's recorded. I don't know why I'm recapping. It's all there.
Yeah, it's all this
So
the Iron Giant.
I want to know what Jeff's doing in Vengeance.
Well, yeah, in Vengeance, he's going to go invisible.
Okay.
Knock knock, it's the Iron
Of course.
Giant. Here to kill you.
It's fine.
I can't believe that's how you remember that happening.
you pushed me into the room. I left. You were there going, "Hey, can we do something about this guy?" And then you went down with your cigar.
You realise he set me on fire, right?
Well, yeah, because
And
you
knocked the
lied to
ceiling
him.
onto me. Because I was trying to get him off your back.
Well, just let me come and do that. But you didn't. You lied to him, got angry, and came into the room.
Let you come and do it when you ran away and just refused to know.
Trevor will destroy every lie he sees. And the fact that you are lying about your existence in a room means that he will stop at nothing to destroy the
line
lie
on
of
there,
probably you.
as
the line
I
on there,
demonstrated.
that which is seen must not be unseen. I can't be seen. I'm invisible. How could he see me? As far as I'm concerned, that wasn't a disguise, but he could see me, so I legged it.
But
That which is seen.
But if it is hidden or otherwise disguised,
you didn't get past the first line.
Like I said, I got the first 2 lines down.
Did you
but
write
I
it
got
down,
the first
though?
2 lines down, and it was too quick. And then, like I said, in the recording, as you'll hear in the tapes, I don't know what the second half is, and I think it's this.
He said it again.
But if it is hidden or
I'm aware.
otherwise
Yes,
disguised,
I'm aware that
I
I'm aware
will
you read
not
it twice.
rest until truth or
Yeah,
demise.
I'm aware you read it twice, but I didn't have a chance to write it down that quickly.
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
physically Jeff looking at it and reading it, and I can't reread it
I
myself.
could have
So-
sent it to you if you wanted me to.
Well, yeah, that would have been good, but I didn't want to disrupt the podcast too much, and yet here we are.
I fear that it's pride that's keeping you going.
This is very much a hubris situation, isn't it?
If you became visible, Trevor would just go and, I don't know, have a brew.
It would have been fine.
Because you got nothing to do.
We didn't know that as characters.
You started
Trevor
the
would stand
combat.
down.
I started the combat. What by trying to walk out the room?
Yeah, you did. No. I grappled you, right? I grappled you, and James asked if this is going to go to combat. We're going to roll initiative, and you said it's most certainly going to go to combat.
Because I said I wanted to wiggle free. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's fighting him.
That's fighting.
That's fighting him.
I'm sorry, but
Even I know that.
I've wiggled free of many
I'm the
situations.
worst
I don't think I've
at
ever
all
had a
of
fight
this.
in those situations. It's just wiggling out of something. It's not fighting.
I'm just sitting here taking this all in, and it's just fantastic.
Oh, this is excellent content.
Do you remember when we did this podcast and we used to actually play D&D?
Oh, I think something happened in the Christmas episode that broke all of us.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
So Jeff,
Yeah.
you turn invisible. Okay, and
Well, I want to go back and find the safe. Yeah.
I mean, you know where it is.
So I'm going to go back into the study and into the rubble, because the rubble's in the doorway, isn't it?
The doorway to the secret door. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I want to, because I've seen Malrus nipping out of there, so I know
Okay.
he's been in there. So I go in, and I want to pull the little book thing that Malrus and Derek pulled earlier to get the safe open. Now I'm invisible, and
Okay.
Trev hasn't seen me go invisible again, so that's fine. I want to take. Well, we'll find out. As Malrus saw, there's just a pile of rubble in there, so I'm going to go to the safe.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm picking up the safe. I'm going to attempt to pick up the safe from wherever it is.
It's mounted in the wall.
It's mounted in the wall. Okay, so I'm going to start moving the rubble then from in front of it.
Okay, you'll be there a while.
Yeah, I've got nothing better to do.
You're going to excavate a tunnel by hand.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see you in 4 episodes. Next. Who wants to go next then? While Jeff is invisibly moving rubble from a cave.
There's just like rocks floating.
Yeah.
One at a time.
Yes, that's what's happening.
But he's
Okay.
going to be there for more than an hour, which means he's got to keep using his invisibility.
Yes, he will be.
And
Next.
incensing Trevor. Okay. Okay, right. So I am.
Who wants to go?
I'm in the games room with Derek, and Malrus is gone.
Am I? I don't even fucking know anymore.
Yeah, you and me have just stood up for making grease angels.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure. It seems like a dream.
Bercule Fish is in there. You've just called through to Malrus, and I'm guessing Malrus has just appeared in the doorway.
Yes.
Oh, Malrus!
Oh, my
welcome
God.
back. Malrus, have you seen Corinne? We need to interview her next.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I have no idea where she is.
Mr. Fish, could you fetch Corinne? Because we need to speak to her, please.
I think I'll let you lads handle this one. To be honest, mate.
You need a light down.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some of my own shit to sort out.
I've done every interrogation.
Well, let Malrus do one. So have I. To be fair.
Okay. Yeah.
'Cause at this point, Keth, at this point, Keth, my questions for Corinne are: did you kill him? No. Okay, fair enough. You're free to go.
To be fair, that was what I was just going to ask her.
Okay.
I will wade in on this interrogation as well.
Okay, here we go then. Bercule says that he says, Monsieur, I will fetch her at once. And he turns smartly and walks out the room. And only a couple of minutes later, he returns with the rather attractive lady Corina Hatchet. She's not a lady, but, you know. Well, she is a lady, but she's not Lady Corina. She's just Corina
She's
Hatchet.
not a lady.
Well, she is a lady, but she's not like lady.
She's not
Corina. She's just
the title.
It's not an honorific.
Oh, right, but she is a lady.
Yeah. It's a pronoun, not a... Yeah. You get what I'm saying.
Yes. Musashi, how
Oui, monsieur.
are you doing?
Très bon, merci. I'm packing my things. I am most certainly to be leaving this abode for pastures new.
Why is that?
Well, the gentleman who was paying for my artistry and providing me accommodation is no longer, what shall we say, breathing. So I must leave.
So the Colonel, at his expense, paid for you to be here. Is that right?
Oui, monsieur. I was employed as an artist.
Oh, I see. You are the artist.
Oui, monsieur.
I'm sorry, I've been very rude. Would you like a drink at all? We have a globe with everything in it. Can I get you something?
Oui. Merci beaucoup. A small wine, s'il vous plaît.
Do you mean the bottle or the glass?
One glass will be sufficient. Merci.
What color?
Rosé.
What year?
You choose.
Where from?
I wasn't expecting so many questions. Just fetch me wine, you shithead.
I have 3 questions for her.
Sorry, I thought you said something else. You... Malrus, could you perform a miracle and perhaps get the lady a glass of
Some
rosé?
Zinfandel.
Jesus Christ, man! Zinfandel! Quick, smart now!
She takes a seat in the slightly wobbly chair.
Oh no, that's been destroyed and burnt.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Oh, was
I
it?
threw it in the
Oh,
fire.
And covered in
Oh, you threw
grease.
that one in the fire.
And
Well, the grease is gone now.
and what else? Just shot at or whatever.
There's three
Covered in
three
blood.
chairs. There's a hole in the ceiling and a table.
Actually, she's looking at the hole in the
This
ceiling
house.
going,
Oh, monsieur, what happened there?
Oh, he just let one off. It's fine.
I see. He has that problem.
It was a desk pop.
These old houses have so many little rickety little bits and pieces. So, do you prefer madame, mademoiselle?
Mademoiselle, s'il vous plaît.
Mademoiselle, so how do you feel about the unfortunate demise of the Colonel?
Naturally, I am most disturbed, not least of which I am now, as they say, unemployed.
I understand you were quite close with him.
Mais oui. As much as any employee is with their live-in employer.
So you were here in the house, what, at all times, just to paint at any second?
Oui, monsieur, I was... he employed me to create art for him.
What sort of art?
A number of portraits, some landscapes, a small picture of a dog,
Well, who are the portraits of?
mostly of him, and one of his new girlfriend.
I didn't catch the name of it, would you? Could you just sort out the spelling of that for me? How do I spell it?
It is Lady Fotherington Alexandria Knightsbridge Etherington.
Ah, Foz.
Is that what she is calling herself?
That is her preferred name, apparently. So now that the Colonel's dead, which is extremely unfortunate, you have no employer. So it really would not be of any benefit to you for his demise, would it?
No, I am not a killer. I do not wish him to be dead. There is only one man on this planet I wish not to be around anymore, and it certainly is not the Colonel.
Who's that then?
That is something that is between me and him.
Is it somebody on the property? Let's just say that. Is there somebody here? You don't have to say who.
This is very suspicious questioning.
I understand, but these are very suspicious times.
I believe you are inquiring about the murder of the Colonel, and I have told you I did not kill the man.
I believe this to be true. I mean, if the Colonel expired, you'd have no employer and therefore no pay. So you would have no...
That is the case.
You would have no motive. I did find it odd. The fact that everybody who was invited here, there were colonels, of course, who hosted. There's brigadier generals, the sister. There were honoured members of society. And please don't take this the wrong way. But I've heard on good authority that the colonel threw this party, this shindig, to impress members of higher society. And the artist for his house is here. It seems like you may be making up the numbers.
Wow.
Please don't take this the wrong way. It just seems unusual that you're here.
You are not a cultured man, are you, monsieur?
No, I drink beer and I fart in my sleep.
I suspect you fart in the bath as well.
It's incredibly entertaining.
Well, Paul.
You see, monsieur, I am not just a house painter. I am Monsieur Corina Hatchet, world-renowned, famous artist, painter of some of the most famous artworks in all of the known world. You see, monsieur, to have me on your staff as the world's most famous painter and your personal artist is a symbol of status.
I see. And please forgive the fact that I meant no offence. Malrus, is there anything that you would like to add?
I've got just one other question.
Oui, petit monsieur.
What do you think of our...
Oui, le monsieur from very far away.
What do you think of our young Lord Geoff Golddagger?
He is an unusual figure. He
kind of likes you.
I had noticed as such, however, not that way inclined.
I'm sorry. What do you mean you're not that way inclined?
He is not my type.
Who is your type?
Those with an artistic soul.
Like me.
Well, imagine if she goes, those with a 15-inch penis.
To which Ken would reply,
it must be more than a foot.
Can we rewind and
Keth would reply the same, like me.
Monsieur, I have seen your soul. It is not artistic. Brave, yes, but artistic, no.
Well, I think we're done here.
There's a cuttable joke that we could make.
Did you have a particular relationship with the colonel?
No, monsieur, not with the colonel. He was merely my employer.
The way you say that, I mean, were you particularly fond with Lady Fotherington?
I was not particularly fond of anyone here.
How long have you been here?
A month or two.
About the same time frame.
What were you doing before?
I was painting for a duke in Neverwinter.
I wonder if she can go...
Oh, the thing that was in Neverwinter.
The what, sorry?
The court-martial that was that came from Neverwinter.
Ooh. That's
Why did you...
You might know the Duke if he came from Neverwinter.
I wonder if she's got security clearance for the doors.
Messieurs, have you spoken to the general?
The brigadier? Brigadier Query? Yes, we have. He's quite an obtuse individual.
That is one way to describe him. Did the general tell you any of his...
Oh, look, apple juice.
Dealings?
I'll save that for Jeff.
It just clearly is a bottle labelled whiskey.
Sorry, mademoiselle, you were saying...
Did the general describe any of his previous dealings? Just for example, perhaps he described why he did what he did at Shark Bay, perhaps?
We got the impression that he was prepared to sacrifice anything and everything to gain victory, no matter what the cost. Would you say that about the man?
That sounds just about right.
Is that the sort of gentleman that you would have expected at a soiree such as this?
I would not call him a gentleman.
I see.
Well, I am at a disposition now. I must find new employment or new commission.
I see. Perhaps the Brigadier General.
I would not work for that scam.
Where is Bercule Fish?
He's standing quietly in the corner of the room, just observing the proceedings.
In the games room.
He is, yes.
Okay, so after sort of wandering around for a while, Derek's looking for Bercule. He's going to sort of assume that that's where he's gone. Walking past the office, I see, obviously, some rocks just floating about. And I look.
I mean, roll perception, I guess.
Can I roll a
moving
perception to
rock.
see if I see him coming past and therefore
Yeah, okay.
stop?
Yeah, I'll buy that.
19! 19! Plus my perception of 2 is 21.
Nice. Perception, mine's only a 15.
Okay, I mean...
You don't
see
nothing.
So...
You think you see something move, and you take a
if
look.
you're like that, is the rock just in the middle of the air?
So it's just
So
a
I see a
floating rock.
floating
You
rock.
see a solidly floating rock.
Right. But
No
you
matter
see
your
me, like,
role,
look...
You see a floating rock.
And you see Derek take a half step, go to take a half step into the room and sort of look away. You can roll an insight check if you like, if that's okay with the DM.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, God, Jesus.
I mean, throw it on the floor, that's fine too.
Okay, insight, that is a 21.
Ooh.
Ooh, he sees your motives.
You see Derek look downbeat, downtrodden, regretful. His fists are still sort of clenched, and you see him go and relax them, and then sort of rub, the battered knuckles of one of his hands. He doesn't, looking sort of at the ground, basically not meeting any potential eye contact if you weren't invisible. You know what I mean? Like not with his gaze towards the floor, and then he sort of just. And then turns away. You see him about to summon up the courage to do something, and then turns away. I'm going to move off to the games room and just politely on the door.
Jeff puts the rock down because it was really heavy, and he's just been holding it. Just been wishing Derek would just fucking leave. Where he's like,
I'm just going to knock slightly on the door.
Hello.
And then open it a touch and just peek my head through and go, sorry to bother you. Mr. Fish, Detective Fish.
Oui, monsieur. What has happened?
Would you just mind taking a walk with me?
Also, oui.
Cool.
I will accompany you.
Cool. And then obviously we leave the room.
Yep, you go for a stroll.
Yep.
Oh, that was disappointing. I thought the snacks were here.
It's a shame.
Ah, monsieur. Corina Hatchet, she says, Messieurs, I must warn you. The general is a dangerous man. He is... Some things that this world should not be tolerant of.
Mademoiselle, I have to agree. I do not like gentlemen with principles such as his and crimes that he has committed in his past. However, we are trying to find out the perpetrator of the crime that happened tonight. I cannot speak for his last crimes.
You may be right.
Is
there anything
unfortunate.
else you wish for me, or may I return to my artistry?
Could I offer the lady in a backless dress such as yourself another drink, perhaps?
She's not still wearing that dress. Just like 2 days
it's
later.
the only one she's bought, but she's been wearing it for a month.
Don't ruin it for me.
She's wearing like painting clothes. She's got like bits like paint on her and stuff. She's
I've
she's
seen
quite
Ghost. That's fine.
There's
I'm
an
gonna
idea,
flirt with
Jeff.
you, James. Don't try and get out of it.
I've had enough. I have to flirt with Alex enough.
There'll be nothing that you can do. You'll be under my spell.
That sounds very rapey.
Virtually.
There'll be nothing that you can
You'll
do.
be under my power.
Via the power of Facebook video.
What was
Yeah,
your
what's
idea,
happening, Malrus?
Malrus?
You're being very quiet again.
Yes.
Drink more and be Larry.
Just thinking. Like, I
I
kind
think we need cider Malrus back. Wine Malrus is too considered.
Yes.
Drunken
We need more of you. We
halfling.
need more of you this episode.
I want to ask her one more question before she goes.
Well, do it then.
What are
go
your
for it.
measurements, my lady?
So, it seems you don't like
Men.
the general,
Oh.
the brigadier general.
No, monsieur.
What has he done in the past? Do you mind me asking?
Monsieur, have you ever lost a family member?
I have.
Then you know what it is like to have someone stolen from you by someone's actions.
I do.
I once had a brother. All I will say is, I do not anymore.
I'm sorry.
This is all okay.
I had a brother too.
I am sorry for your loss.
Mademoiselle,
Oui, monsieur.
was your brother a soldier?
Oui, monsieur.
Was he under the command of the gentleman in question?
Unfortunately so.
Where did he serve? What was his final deployment?
It was a battle that came to be known as the Folly of Shark Bay.
Wow, pierced straight through that somber moment.
Oh my god! There he is.
Not sure if the mic would pick that up, so it might just be us laughing.
Oh, man in slacks. Bellows.
That's the funniest.
I've got it in my ears. It's all there.
I hope the mic
really
picked
hope-
something up there.
I hope.
I started getting excited out of the room because I'm sat there muttering to myself, like listening to you thinking, oh, it's got to be something linked to Shark Bay. It's got to be linked. And then James said, like, Shark Bay. And I'm just sat there and I'm like, yes, it's Shark Bay. I was right, yes.
We heard you.
We heard, yeah,
We heard
yeah,
you.
we heard.
Do we just? Is that Jeff?
I wonder what you all laughed
Jeff
at.
in the other
We
room?
laughed at your reaction from the other room.
Right,
man,
I was
it's so
wondering if
good.
it maybe had clipped out or something.
No,
it's
it was just you cheering from the other room.
We now.
It was really funny. I really hope it's in there.
Well, to the butcher, you're either a rebel or soldier. But with him losing his mind, can you trust what he told you? An expired truth tablet was bound to spell trouble. Malrus steals a dagger, and then Jav shelves some rubble. A quick chat to Corina shows the root of her dismay. Our brother lost his life at the Battle of Shark Bay. Can our crew crack the case? Maybe get justice for her? Find out next time on Roll Britannia.
Ah. Still here, I see. Do you know, I'm beginning to see why Marvel do this. You've stuck around right to the end of the episode again. I mean, good for you. I mean, sometimes you listen all the way to the end and there's absolutely nothing. The show just ends. Not today, my friend. No, if you can't wait for the next episode, if you're listening through to all our episodes all at once and you're up to date and this is the latest episode, then you're thinking, oh, I've got to wait a whole nother week till the next episode of Roll Britannia. Well, good news for you is that I've got something that could scratch that D&D podcast itch. There's a fantastic show called Dice Populi that could be just the thing you're looking for to tide you over. We think you'll really, really enjoy it. I've got a little promo from them just next, so take a listen. Head over to their Twitter, Discord, Instagram, whatever floats your boat, whatever. Well, floats your boat, you see what I did there, hey? And just give them a listen. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah. Okay, it's next. You ready? Cool. See you next week.
Welcome to the Badlands. 4 prisoners set sail on dicey waters, threatened by the sea.
We're gonna have to get a new boat.
By the beasts.
How big are these birds? We need to run now.
And by each other.
I don't know why they would want to put me in jail.
Because you sunk one of their ships.
They don't know that.
Join Colt, Locke, Edmund, and Maeve on a journey full of magic, tragedy, and laughter in a podcast adventure like no other. Listen to Dice Populi on Spotify or at dicepopuli.com.